class, you're welcome back to this class. Today we want to solve more questions on variation, and the type of variation we are looking at today is joint variation. In a previous class, I solved question on partial variation, but today we want to see how to solve question on joint variation. Now, I need to give you a little background of joint variation. Joint variation is the combination of direct variation and inverse variation. So let's see this question together. P varies directly as Q and inversely as square of R. If P equals to 1, when Q equals to 8 and R equals to 2, find the value of Q when P equals to 3 and R equals to 5. This is waec 2011 question. Now, to solve this question, you need to interpret each statement one by one. Remember, I told you that this is what we call the joint variation. The first statement is P varies directly as Q. What does that mean? It means P varies directly proportional to Q. That is the first statement. And inversely as the square of R. You need to understand inversely as the square of R. This is just the interpretation of this long statement. P varies directly proportional to Q and inversely proportional to square of R, that is R squared. Now, to break this thing down, you need to understand that this will give us P equals to Q multiplied by K all over R squared, where K is constant. You need to understand that your K is constant. Now, doing this, we can multiply this K and Q together, and it will give us P equals to KQ divided by R squared. Now, let's now go back to the question. From the question, P is given to us as 1. Just put 1 here. K is unknown, is constant, and Q is given to us as 8. Be careful when you are looking at all these parameters. Q is 8, so 8 divided by R is given to us as 2 squared. Now, to do this, divide this by 1 to make it fraction, just like this. Then you can 1 divided by 1 equals to K times 8 will give you 8K, and 2 square is 2 times 2, which will give you 4. So you cross multiply 4 multiplied by this, we have 4 times 1 equals to 8K times 1. 4 times 1 is 4, and 8K times 1 is 8K. Now, you are looking for K here, so what will you do? You divide both sides by 8, divided by 8, divided by 8. This 8 will cancel this 8. Now, from here, we can now say K equals to 4 all over 8. We can still break it down. 4 here, 1, and 4 here, 2. So K will give us 1 all over 2. Which will give us what? 0.5. So I believe you understand that. Now, the next thing is we are going to find the value of Q when P equals to 3 and R equals to 5. So what you do, you go back to this formula again, which will give you P equals to KQ all over R squared. Now, from this question now, P is given to us as 3. P is no more 1. Some of our students used to make mistake, but I'm telling you this so that you not be among those that used to make mistake. I believe you are getting what we are doing here. Now, P is no more 1. P is 3 now. And R is no more 2. R is 5 from the question given to us. So P is 3. K is 0.5, or you might decide to write 1 over 2 is still the same. multiply by q. Q is what we are looking for. So multiply it by q divided by r is 5 square. Now this will give us 3 all over 1 equals to 0.5 q divided by 5 times 5. Remember, this is not 5 times 2, this is 5 square, which is 5 times 5. So this will give us 3 divided by 1 equals to 0.5 q divided by 25. You multiply both sides, you are going to have 3 multiplied by 25 equals to 0.5 q. So let's multiply 25 times 3, 3 times 5, 15, 5 carry 1, 3 times 3 times 2, 6 plus 1, 7. So this will give us 75 equals to 0.5 q. Now, in order for you not to get confused dividing a whole number with fraction, you can convert this to fraction by saying 75 equals to 1 all over 2q. Okay, so this will give you divided by 1, and when you do that, you are going to have q to be 75 times 2. So let's multiply 75 by 2. 75 times 2, 2 times 5, 10, 0, 1, 2 times, okay, that is 14 plus 1, 50. So q will give you 150. I believe you understand that, right?